Hello, my dear friends. Friends, I am Jyotirvid Pavan Kumar. Friends, the other day I made a video in which I answered 4 questions asked by some viewers and some of my friends. And one of the viewers, who is a regular viewer of my videos on YouTube, has requested that the same video may be made in English also. Probably that viewer is unable to understand Hindi. Since the topics about which these 4 questions are very important for everyone to know in order to evolve spiritually, in order to understand life and death and all matters concerned with it. So I decided that yes, I will answer the same 4 questions in this video which I am making in English language. First question is that while a baby is being developed inside mother's womb, when does the soul enter the developing baby? Enter the developing baby, or gets attached with the baby developing in the womb of mother? Now the answer is, there is no fixed time. See, things depend upon individual cases. Each case is different, and there are many factors which decide when the soul is going to be attached with the fetus in the womb. Generally speaking, it is nearly at the end of the pregnancy. It could be 2 months before, 1 month before, or 15 days before. You can't say. In general, it is not in the beginning of pregnancy or middle of a pregnancy, but almost at the end of pregnancy. And also, let me tell you that while even after the soul gets attached with the developing fetus, the baby is not fully conscious. It's in a sort of sleep, right? Because otherwise it will be very torturous to be in such a confined space, right? But let me tell you, this is important. But in certain cases, it is rare, but it does happen. In certain cases, while in the astral before birth, it is decided that certain things that person has to accomplish in the life which that person is going to have after birth. There are certain matters which that person could not pursue in previous lives, but they are very important for that person's development. And the person has to remember consciously certain things after birth. In those cases, the baby inside the womb is conscious, fully conscious, and even hears what the parents are talking and everything, all the sounds are coming from outside, and the baby is fully conscious, because certain things which were decided before birth in the astral, that baby has to remember even after birth, because that person has to accomplish definitely certain things. Otherwise, see, in normal cases, in each one of us, whatever was decided up there before birth is in our subconscious mind, but not in the conscious mind, right? So that was important to tell you. Now the second question is there rebirth after death? And if it is so, where and after what time? See, very important questions. Is there rebirth? Yes, there should not be any doubt about it. There is rebirth. Our scriptures say very loudly about it. and our true saints like Lobsang Rampa has described. So there should not be any doubt. It doesn't matter if the religion or belief system you are following doesn't say that, but the truth is that there is rebirth. And the question says, if it is so, there is rebirth, then where and after what time? After death of person. See, there is no definite time, you can say. In each case it depends. When that person has to come back on earth, if that person is not liberated, if that person did not get moksha or nirvana before death, then if that person has to come back on earth during the next life, then it depends what lessons that person has to learn and what karma that person has to work out. So when the conditions on earth will be suitable for the experiences which that person has to have in the next life, it will depend on that, because conditions on earth change a lot. Whatever is there today, after 50 years situations will be different, right? So it depends from case to case. It could be it can be immediately, after very short period after death, if it is necessary, or after 50 years or 100 years or 500 years. It all depends what lessons that person has to learn in the next life and what part of the previously accumulated karma has to be worked out. So when will be the suitable conditions for all those accomplishments, right? And where? Well, if that person is not liberated from this three-dimensional world, then the person has to come back on this earth. But once the person gets nirvana or mukti or liberation from life upon this earth, then that person doesn't require physical body, because that person doesn't have to come back on this earth. Then that person will remain in the astral plane of existence. Inside our physical body, there are two subtle bodies, astral body and causal body. So when that person will be in the astral plane of existence, the astral body, which is subtle body, on that plane of existence, because it is made of the elements of that world, so the astral body is a solid body there, much more efficient than our physical body. So the person will remain there, and there is life on the astral planes. Then the person will develop there. Next question is, what is nirvana or liberation? Well, I have answered in many videos, and there are some videos on YouTube very confusing also, but in short, let me answer this, that nirvana is liberation from birth, death, rebirth cycles on this three-dimensional world, on this material world. And then when the condition will come when the person doesn't have to come back here, that means, in other words, the person achieves nirvana or mukti or liberation, that is when that person overcomes all his or her negative traits. Because you see, I think you will appreciate that you do wrong things, or you accumulate bad karma because of your wrong deeds, because of the certain temptations, and the person falls because of the negative traits like greed and lust and so many things. So once that person overcomes the negative traits in that person and also works out the previously accumulated bad karma or good karma can be worked out on the astral planes also, but the bad karma certainly has to be worked out here on the material plane, right? So that liberation is there, and that liberation, let me take the next question, there is further to it. The fourth question is liberation from the material world the last liberation, the final liberation, or one lives on the astral planes after getting liberation from the physical world. One lives on the astral plane, and does that person come under the law of karma on the astral planes? Yes. Once the person is liberated from this material world, the person doesn't have to come back here, but the person will remain on the astral planes, and the person will progress. There are many dimensions, many levels of astral planes. So one develops and rises higher and higher, right? And there is law of karma even on the astral planes, yes, but that is different. Subtle things are there, and that is different from, no comparison with the karma on the actions on the physical plane, but still it is there, and ultimately one has to get liberated from the astral karma also in order to get rid of the astral life and move on to the causal world, living in a causal body, right? Now see, we have three bodies: this physical body, and inside this physical body, astral body and causal body, which these two bodies inside our physical body are subtle bodies. And these three bodies are attached to our soul or overself. And what is the binding force which keeps these bodies bound to the soul? That binding force is desire. As long as there will be desires, one will have to have a certain body. Depends on which plane of existence those desires are to be materialized, physical, astral or causal, right? There are three words. So in Bhagavad Gita, that is why Lord Krishna emphasized on getting rid of the desires, unwanted desires, which keep you earthbound. So my dear viewers, hope the one viewer who requested for making that same video which I made in Hindi in English, I hope that viewer will be now satisfied. And this information which I have given is a precise information which I have gathered from my deep study, long and deep study of scriptures and answers given by the great true saints, right? I hope you like this video. Thank you for watching this video.